Yesterday we explained that the purpose of the flood in the time of Noah was not to punish the world, but to cleanse the world. And God asked Noah to build an ark so as to save him and those who needed to be saved. But was it really necessary to build an ark to save him? Wasn't there any other means? Let me share with you soon, excuse me, a discussion in the Talmud as to where actually the flood was. But before we do that, let's flood God with thank yous and with the ultimate prayer for Geula. I'm very sorry for that. And by the way, thank you for the blessing on my sneezing and some tzedakah, some charity, which is the greatest mitzvah we can do, or one of the greatest. So what am I talking about? Was it necessary? The Talmud in Tractate Zvachim, to be precise on page Kuf Yud Gimel, page 113b, there's a discussion, the difference of opinion between Rabbi Yochanan and Rabbi Lakish. Rabbi Yochanan is Zakkai and Rabbi Lakish, two contemporaries. Rabbi Yochanan says that the Mabul, the flood, was not affecting, didn't reach Eretz Israel. The land of Israel, there was no flood. Rav Lakish says there was. It was all over the world. And he cites the simple verse that the entire world was covered with water. I don't want to go into the lengthy discussion that the Talmud proves from this verse, proves from that verse, etc. But here's the question. According to Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai, that there was no flood in Israel, why did Noah have to build a teva? If he wasn't in Israel, tell him to go up to Israel. And all these animals that need to be saved should all be there. That would make life much easier than spending an entire year in this wonderful, luxurious cruise. Have you ever traveled in a zoo cruise? Haven't heard of this. They have all kinds of programs for cruises, but nobody yet has come up. Join the traveling zoo. Not for a week, not for a day, for an entire year. Which sane person is going to want to do that? And remember, the air filtering system was relatively primitive. There was one window. Not the most comfortable environment. So what was the purpose? The world could have been cleansed, and Noach is saved. But here is an interesting detail. God told Noach after a year, "Tzei min hateva, go out." Why? He needed to be told to go out? Why would he want to stay an extra minute? The moment he's on dry land, as he found out with the dove, why would he want to stay? First opportunity to jump out of this place. They would all want to do this. The animals, they would definitely leave. No, leave it all open for a dog, out it goes. So Chassidus explains, the environment in the Teva was in the image of the time of Mashiach. For all these animals to live peacefully next to each other, although there was a little wall, there was a wooden wall, but what would it take for the rhinoceros, as an example? I don't think of any other huge, big animal to break down this wooden wall. Wouldn't take much. Yet they lived peacefully with each other. This is what we know that is going to be in the time of Mashiach, that all the wild animals will be domesticated, as it says. The leopard with the sheep will live together, the lion, etc. So in the Teva, there was the environment of Mashiach. So God wanted to give Noach and all of humanity Because remember, humanity was all destroyed, starting fresh with Noach and his family. A foretaste of what's going to be with in the time of Mashiach, so as to want it, to appreciate it, to work for it, to hope for it, to believe in it. If it would have taken him to Israel, would not have that experience. So therefore, it was necessary for him to build a teva to tell us all about the reality and the eventual coming, and for us today, the imminent revelation of Mashiach, and live in this Mashiach times. Please God, we're ready now.